What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pleeka. I'm Jerome.
And I'm Nick.
And today we're talking about Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 1, Winter's Here. So we're going to be doing this, is where we just talk about right after Game of Thrones and just mine and Nick's thoughts. And then every Wednesday we'll do a full podcast after we watch the episode twice and break it down for you and go like literally scene by scene throughout it for a podcast. But this is just like
A reaction.
hey, what'd you think about it, big boy?
Thought it was awesome.
Yeah, I really didn't want it to end.
I didn't want it to end either. I mean, we got Jon riding a dragon. We got everybody meeting.
It was so weird. So when Jon's riding the dragon, anytime he's with Daenerys, because he's like, I know he's with her like all last season, but it's been forever since we've seen it.
Yeah.
It almost all seemed like fake. Like it was like just something I want. Like they were out there in the snow and like making out, and there's dragons looking at him, and it felt like it was like my fantasy. Like they're just like doing stuff, and I was like, this doesn't seem real.
That's how I felt when Sam told him he was Aegon Targaryen.
That scene was fucking awesome too. I liked it because Sam's down there and he's pissed off at Daenerys.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
He's like, did you know? Good you didn't know because you're the fucking rightful king. And Jon's like, what?
That was a weird way to tell him,
yeah, and he's
it?
just like, no, you're the king and you're going to take the throne. And, you know, you gave up your crown. Is she going to do the same? And I was like, wow, fucking Sam's got balls now.
Yeah, I did not expect that at all.
I liked that, though. It was really cool. I liked, too, how so he talked to Bran. And he's like, what are you doing out here, weirdo? Basically,
yeah.
And Bran was like,
it's the middle of the fucking night. Why are you just staring
and
at
Bran's like, oh, I'm waiting for an old friend. And then he went off and I was like, oh, you think he's waiting for Jamie?
I'm like,
and
no,
you were
you
like,
moron.
no, he's waiting for Sam right there. I was like, okay, fine, you know.
Well,
there's
to
a lot
be
of times
fair-
where I'll say something like that, and Nick will be like, no, dumbass. So then I take his word for it a lot of the time, which I shouldn't.
Normally I'm right.
Yeah, we'll see this season. Bran's naking. And Jamie comes walking through the gate at the end, and Bran's just sitting there.
I was like, motherfucker.
Waiting for him. And I was like, guess who called it?
To be fair, Sam's more of a friend than Jamie was. Although without Jamie,
Sam and Bran just met. I mean, it was 2 years ago, but they just, like...
I don't know that Bran met Jamie. He just was like, hey.
Well, wait. If you think about it, Bran and Jamie were way more intimate.
Whatever. You know, it'll be interesting to see, is Bran, it feels like Bran's on Jamie's side already.
Yeah, and it's interesting. So there may be some spoilers for the season, so if you don't want to know some stuff, whatever. I don't know why watching Game of Thrones video if you don't want to know stuff.
Well, I mean, it was just.
But Jamie in the interviews, he's brought up a bunch of times about he's like, you know, if you think about it, Bran wouldn't have all these powers. It wasn't for me pushing him out the window and blah 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 and saving the world. So
yeah,
I'm really interested in what's gonna go on with them.
Well, and him calling him an old friend really threw me off.
Yeah, if you think he's like, wow, like, because if it wasn't for Jamie, he'd be climbing mountains or he'd be climbing castles because that's all he did before.
Yeah,
and he'd just be running around being a Stark, you know.
Yeah,
and he'd probably be just as dead as Rickon actually. And he got this great ability and doing all this stuff and like went on adventures because he got.
Well, sort of. I mean, we don't know if the 3-Eyed Raven would have still came to him, and maybe he could just walk there instead of having to hold her carry him. But yeah,
no, I feel like it had to be a struggle for him. Someone else would have been the 3-Eyed Raven. I think the last 3-Eyed Raven got pushed out a window while brothers and sisters are having sex too. That's just what happens. You see brothers and sisters having sex, you're like, hey, push me out the window so then you can see the future.
I don't think that's how that works, but okay. What was your like
my big moment?
Yeah. Was it him riding the dragon, or was it him?
I really liked him riding the dragon, but I think one of my moments I really liked, which is kind of a lame moment if you think about for Game of Thrones, but how they recreated the opening of like season 1, but with all these people.
I like that too. You know, what's funny is like they went and they show Cersei, and
actually, my number one thing was the new intro. I really liked the new intro.
The new intro was cool.
Which is funny because when we did our podcast watching all of them, I skipped the intro every time. But that's because it never changed.
I guarantee you Hess skipped it.
Yeah, probably. Hess, if you're watching this, comment down below if you skipped it. We interrupt this program to bring you Hess's thoughts on Game of Thrones.
Wow. Just wow. Didn't really get to see too many fireworks. Not very many big things happen. Just kind of getting your toes wet. Bringing us all back together. They get the whole band back together. You get to see Arya meet the Hound again, see Jon, Tyrion, and Sansa see each other again. Really excited for next Sunday already. I thought it was a good episode. I was expecting a little bit more, but not disappointed in the least. Full 7 days. This is what sucks about being caught up. But it's cool in a way because now you get to speculate for a full 7 days. and listen to everyone and look things up on the internet. So excited to see what pops off the rest of this season. I know I'm not going to be disappointed. Can't wait to talk about it more in depth whenever we talk about it. So look forward to seeing you guys soon. We'll talk to you later.
I mean, they show Cersei and Euron. They banged it out. Cersei.
I was.
Do you
really
think she
surprised.
lost her baby?
I don't think she ever had a baby to begin with.
Well, see, he said something dickish to her and then walked away.
Yeah.
And
He said, "I'm gonna plant a little prince in you."
oh, that's what he said. And then she like grabbed her and then she teared up.
That was weird. I
So-
didn't know what that meant. If she lost it, or she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have this fucker's baby," like, or
That'll never happen.
what? But yeah, that was. I almost actually thought that we were gonna get Theon killing him this episode when Theon went and got is it Yara?
Yara.
He went and got his sister and all that, which I liked how she headbutted him.
I liked how she had been on him. I like how he just killed like 6 people on the ship. And
Yeah.
Then, like, bam, and then got
That's
her.
what I thought. I thought maybe he would, because he just walked out.
I
it
actually-
was right after he walked away from
I was
Cersei.
actually a little proud of Theon. It was weird.
Yeah, I liked it. I've been saying I didn't think that they were gonna make him a pussy every single season up until now, and then him just like die in the opening.
He started when she's like, "Let's go back to the Iron Islands." He's like, "Okay, you're my queen."
Yeah,
But then,
but then
she,
he's
but
like,
she
"No, I'm
saw
gonna go
it.
fight for the Starks," which I'm really interested. Like, there's gonna be so many of their enemies they're fighting with, and that'll be really cool. It'll be like Jamie,
Yeah.
him. A lot of them don't like Daenerys. Like the Hounds, there are like it's like it'll be really interesting what's gonna go on there.
I really liked Arya meeting everybody again too. She's
That was
my
cool.
favorite character. So like her and John,
I liked her and Gendry.
her and Gendry, her
Had
and
him,
the
has
Hound.
her. He's building that like staff Valyrian still thing for her.
And it never even occurred to me Tyrion and Sansa. I like forgot.
That didn't occur to me either. But I thought that was. I like how she was like, "Oh, I used to think you were the smartest man alive," and then they cut down to
yeah,
Bran.
no shit.
Because you were like, "Oh, I like that," and then they show Bran, and you're like, "Oh, but did Bran already know and tell her that Cersei fucked him
Yeah,
over,
see, that's the thing.
or is she just smart enough to know that?"
I don't know.
And she says that, and then like probably within 5 minutes.
They pan down to him.
Well, no, that's right after. But I'm saying like 5 minutes later, or whatever. Whenever the scene was when Jon and Arya met,
Oh yeah.
Arya says that she's the smartest girl she's ever met
Yeah.
or she's ever known or whatever. So like they're implying that she's really smart in this, which we've kind of known that. But like it'd be interesting like if she just knows like Cersei's a bitch and you shouldn't trust her, or if Bran.
They
told her.
literally said on the next one that you should never have trusted Cersei Lannister.
Yeah, I already thought before you were right that Sansa might end on the throne, like Jon will win it or whatever and give it to her. But I'm feeling more like it now that we've seen the first episode.
I kind of feel more like they're gonna break the wheel and
Do multiple.
yeah.
I can see that as well. That's what I hoped happened, but I could see Sansa being in it if there is going to be a 1 on there.
I think she'll definitely at least run the north.
I can see
But-
that.
What I was gonna say is that they pan down to Cersei and they were showing other stuff and I was like, oh, just get back to Winterfell. But yet I still wanted to see this other stuff too.
I was the same. I was like, oh, this is interesting, but I want to know I want like Jon to get back on a dragon or something.
Yeah. It just needed to be about 3 hours long, and then I'd have
Yeah.
been okay.
They like there was no way this episode was gonna disappoint for me because it's been 2 years. Like anything, I'm fucking excited for it.
Yeah.
So I really
And then
enjoyed it.
we even got a Night King message at the end.
Yeah, that was cool. That was a good little callback because like he did a lot of that message shit early on in the show.
I could be crazy. I think that was an Umber that he killed. I can't remember.
So it was the boy that they sent right in
Yeah.
the beginning. I thought so, but I wasn't positive. So did you say whether your like standing out moment was?
I think it was fine. It's either fine having Sand tell Jon that he's a Targaryen or him riding the dragon. They were both like equally just.
Like cool scenes that
I've been
I
waiting
didn't
to-
want either one of those scenes to end. I wanted them to keep
I've been
going.
waiting for those moments since I finished the books, and at the time I finished the book, it's still I think that's it, but you know what I
I'm
mean?
sure.
Yeah. So, but it's it.
I was a little afraid when they showed Jon in the crypts that we were gonna be wrong about thinking that promo was just a promo and there wasn't gonna be their statues down there. I was a little afraid they were gonna show that there, and I was like, oh no, we were right. It's just a promo.
It'll be interesting to see how Daenerys takes it.
Yeah. I didn't like when she was talking to Jon, and she was like, your sister doesn't like me. He's like, well, to be honest, she didn't like me when I was little.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, but I'm her queen, and she can't respect. And then they got like distracted with shit
Yeah.
by like the dragons. But I was like, oh, she's talking shit. Like I didn't like that she was talking shit about Sansa. Like I'm her queen. She should like me no matter what. It
Yeah.
seemed like I didn't
no,
like that.
I know. I didn't like it either, but she has to. I mean, it's kind of like when they bend the knee. You have to lay the law
Yeah.
down.
And she was doing the same to Jon, and eventually she liked Jon. So hopefully they can get along eventually. Any last things you want to say?
I can't wait till next Sunday.
Yeah, it'll be awesome doing this. So
and I can't wait to rewatch it and like actually
and
take
like,
it
try
in.
to pay attention and take notes and stuff like that too. Yeah,
and
that'll be
then-
fun.
And do the podcast on Tuesday because it was just fantastic having it back on.
Yeah. So that being said, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. Like I said in the beginning, we're doing a podcast. We're filming it this Tuesday. It'll come out Wednesday. Where we take notes, watch the episode again, and kind of break down the whole episode. We've been watching the entire series on the podcast, so it'll be really cool. This is like our first show we're finishing on here.
Yeah.
We got it in, which will be really cool and really fun. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next Sunday for episode 2 of season 8 of Game of Thrones.
Wow. Just wow.